So, I recorded just 2 episodes ahead, and there's already a brand new update as of early February? I mean, that's what I get for not being patient in my recording, I suppose. Hello everybody, Salty Ren here, and welcome back to more ClanGen, and we are once again back with Thornclan, who is kinda starting to struggle a little bit now, but these are our clan that we have been sticking with for quite a while. We have just barely managed to get through Leaf Bear, and as much as I love these guys, the way they suffer has kind of been taking a toll. Horse Ivy, our deputy, was actually hit by a car and broke their back. They're alive, but I am worried about whether they're even going to recover from this, or if we're gonna need to select a new deputy at some point. I don't know. I am really hoping that Horse Ivy will be okay. I would pick Cliffcry or Petalspec if we have to pick a new deputy, but the thing is, they're almost elders. And that kind of hurts my heart to see. They've only got 10 moons left. I mean, that's a good few episodes, so for you guys it'll be a few weeks, but I record in advance. So you guys, for me, I'm gonna be seeing these guys grow old sooner than you guys. That's kind of sad for me. We're also going to be starting to run low on cats who can actually help around the clan. So I kind of want to send more border patrols out to find more cats. But yeah, we have 4 currently hurt and sick cats that are in the medicine den. I believe that all 4 of these are unable to work. I also can't remember if the version we were using before had the little thing you can see in the medicine den, where you can hover over the rock and you can see exactly what herbs you have. This is something that I know has been in the dev version for a little while, and I've played around with the dev version, testing it out and stuff. I don't remember if this was already in the original version. I don't recall it being, but yes, in the February version at least, you can actually go to the medicine den and hover over the rock, and you can see the different herbs. You can see the poppies that are right by Brightnut's tail there. You can see a little sprig of thyme. Underneath the stump, you can see some oak leaves, in the crevice between the stump and the rock right there. And then on top of the stump, I believe that's rosemary, unless I got thyme and rosemary mixed up. But yeah, we have actually also started to meet some new cats. However, the new-ish cats that we have in our clan currently don't actually seem to get along with the already existing clan cats very well. At the very least, Wigglebutt Spots, our new favorite cat, does happen to get along with the leader pretty well, and there's even a tiny bit of romance going on there, which personally I want to see something become more, but I'm not going to interfere. I told myself I'm not going to interfere. I want to see this progress naturally. Let this just happen on its own. Unless you guys all want me to fiddle around and make it happen. Who knows? Who knows? We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Also, I really have been enjoying ClanGen a lot lately. The new update, I'm very eager to dive into, see what all has changed. But if this series is gonna stick around, I do need your guys' support. So, if you're new to the channel and you want to see more ClanGen, please go ahead and click the subscribe button and hit that little bell so you'll know when new episodes come out. I also do other series on this channel like The Sims and Pokemon, so keep an eye out for that too. I am planning on bringing Wildermyth back, if I haven't already by this point. So, hopefully I'll get into that as well. We'll see what games I get into. It might also be fun if I can reach 5,000 subs by my birthday in April. It's probably unrealistic, but I mean, it's kind of a fun goal, you know? But it's also very far off, so I completely understand if we don't reach that, but it'd be fun. Anyways, let's get into today's episode. Alright. Oh, and our clan is a year old now. So, let's go ahead and see what the next moon brings for our clan. Ah yes, Rubbleheart wished to join the elders. Fearstar calls a meeting and the clan honors all the service Rubbleheart has given to them. Aw, Rubbleheart, oh yeah, you can actually click on this. There's little cat icons now that you can click on and it'll tell you which cats are involved. You can quickly click on it and it'll take you directly to the cat. And you can hit back and it just takes you right back. Pear Runner's cat bite is healed, thank goodness. Yeah, Rubbleheart though. Rubbleheart has already gone to the... You're still in the medicine den actually, technically, but you're also an elder. But you know what? I feel like you've more than earned it. Rubbleheart, we love you. Petalspec has recovered from White Cough, thank goodness. Olive Clover leapt from a rock, but they didn't quite land right. Ooh, Olive Clover. Yeah, Olive Clover has a sprain currently, cannot work in this condition. Okay, so 2 cats out of the medicine den and a new cat in the medicine den. I really hope that the clan's gonna be okay. In the relationships, I think that they've added some new stuff. Cliff Cry reminds Swallowpaw to grab something from the fresh kill pile if they haven't already. Brightnut just noticed how beautiful Deerpelt's eyes are. Oh? Rubbleheart bestows wisdom onto Cliff Cry. Hey, Rubbleheart. Doing some elder stuff already. Fearstar sees that Swallowpaw's piece of prey looks tastier and asks if they'd like to swap. They agree happily, saying that they like that one better. Oh my gosh, that is actually cute. Horse Ivy is telling a story to Wigglebutt Spots. Always love to see Wigglebutt Spots getting involved in the clan. Deerpelt is also trading a piece of prey with Fearstar. I guess that there's like a whole circle going on. Wigglebutt Spots charms Fearstar. Oh yes, I like that. And Olive Clover waves to Deerpelt as their tails, with their tail as their patrols cross paths on the territory. Oh my gosh. Yes, I think that there is some new stuff. I'm scrolling through here. It's really fun just to see how all the cats are like interacting with each other. The fact that relationships are a thing now is probably like one of my favorites. I'm pretty sure there's some new stuff in here. I'm pretty sure that some of the stuff I haven't seen before at least. A Fearstar wants to go on a patrol. Okay, we can make that happen. Horse Ivy feels overworked. Horse Ivy, you are in the medicine cat, my dude. You can't really, you shouldn't be working. What are you doing in the medicine den with a broken back that's got you feeling overworked? So if any, like, Brightnut, please don't make Horse Ivy, like, overwork themselves. And you're looking for herbs currently. Yes, I'm gonna send you looking for more herbs. Hopefully we can find something that can help with a broken back, but please. Deerpelt is thinking about love. Oh yeah, it did, like, there was a whole thing about, like, somebody thinking that somebody's eyes were, like, really pretty. Brightnut and Deerpelt, apparently. Does Deerpelt feel the same way? No. But that is interesting. Brightnut apparently is interested in Deerpelt. Deerpelt does not feel the same way. That is interesting to me. Pear Runner is talking to themselves. Petalspeck is sitting alone. Olive Clover is purring loudly. Briarwing is daydreaming. And Cliff Cry is staring off into space. Now let's go ahead and begin today's patrols. I also kind of want to start predetermining what kinds of patrols the cats are going to be sent on, especially when we get a larger clan, because this is going to be really important. Because I'm gonna be wanting to send all the cats on patrols to like gather more herbs or check the borders, to take on more dangerous stuff at the border, like dogs or enemy cats. I would need to send more cats because it's safer. However, there's also a chance that sending cats, like 2 at a time, they get more experience and their relationship has a chance of going up. So I'm going to be trying to try and predetermine like what kinds of patrols, like as our clan gets bigger. I'm going to be sending most of them on border patrols today. But first, I'm going to be sending the Apprentice and Cliff Cry on a training patrol, so let's go ahead and do that. The patrol wants to hold a training session for Swallowpaw. They decide to focus on tree climbing. Okay. Swallowpaw listens carefully as the proper techniques of tree climbing are explained. Good for you, Swallowpaw. Good listener. Of course, I'm also going to do a herb gathering patrol. Gonna send 1 additional cat. Wigglebutt Spots, apparently. Sure. Let's send Wigglebutt Spots. Brightnut is on the mission to find Lungwort now that New Leaf is here. As the only reliable cure for yellow cough, they're determined that Thornclan replenish their stocks of it. They take along a warrior escort to help. Alright, do we find any lungworts? No. Brightnut searches until their paw pads are sore and their muscles are exhausted, can't find lungwort anywhere. They return to camp disappointed, but determined to try again. It's simply too important not to keep a good supply of. And Wigglebutt Spots got sore. Well, we do definitely need to find lungwort at some point, because it's the only real way to cure yellow cough. I'm gonna go ahead and send the remaining 6 cats on individual patrols. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna send them on a random patrol. Let's see what happens here. Or maybe I'm gonna send them on border patrol just in case. If we come across anything too dangerous, I am going to be analyzing what their stats are. And we'll see what happens from there. But let's go ahead. And while on patrol, Deerpelt notices some suspicious paw prints in the mud beneath the canopy. We have one of the cats is extremely smart, the other's a great speaker, and then we have a faithful and a lonesome cat. I think that we could probably handle some suspicious paw prints. The paw prints lead to a trespassing rogue. The patrol quickly hides themselves behind the bush and sets up an ambush that sends the rogue fleeing off Thornclan territory. Okay, good for you guys. The next two cats, Pear Runner and Fierce Star. Okay. Your patrol comes across a small dog right on the border of Thornclan territory. I mean, a small dog I think we can take if it's a small dog. I think we can take a small dog. The patrol paces towards the small dog, claws out, fur up, backed with the courage of their clanmates. The dog breaks into a barking fit, but that's their opportunity to attack, covering each other as they push the creature away from their lands. Okay. And the last two, Softheart and Briarwing. Let's see how this goes. While on patrol, Briarwing notices some suspicious paw prints in the mud beneath the canopy. It says that the only patrol skill is Great Fighter and the only patrol trait is Loving. Do they both have the exact same skill and trait? I'm gonna have to double check this. I know that Softheart has, he's a great fighter and loving. Is Briarwing the exact same? Nose to the ground, following the trail. Briarwing doesn't see the blow coming. They haul themselves to their feet, spitting with outrage, but the rogue that did it has already turned and run from the patrol. Okay, well. Yeah, Briarwing is loving and a great fighter. And Softheart is also loving and a great fighter. You know what? I should probably split these guys up on future patrols, because we want to, branch out on what we can do. Oh, Briarwing's also your apprentice. I thought it was Pear Runner for some reason. Why did I think it was Pear Runner? Huh. Anyways, on to the next moon. Petalspec announced that they are expecting kids! Oh my goodness, we're gonna get kids! Okay. But no, I know how long it takes for kids to show up in the game. So we're not going to be able to see the kids till next episode, because I only do 3 moons per episode. But first moon next episode, I think we have a good chance of seeing the kids. Cliff Cry has gotten a running nose, oh dear. As if the injury wasn't bad enough, the skin of Rubbleheart's mangled tail has started to swell and feel feverish. Oh no. Fierce Star has gotten a running nose. And Wigglebutt Spots feels much better, the soreness is gone. Okay, good for you, Wigglebutt Spots. Cliff Cry bickered about something trivial with Softheart. Okay. Couple of cats not getting along with Horse Ivy. As per usual, Horse Ivy's not pretty well liked. Petalspec is trading prey with Olive Clover. Okay. And Rubbleheart is congratulating Pear Runner for a job well done. Good for you, Pear Runner. Fierce Star quickly apologizes after bumping into Briarwing. They have a small laugh about it. That's good. And Briarwing is talking with Fierce Star. Hey, the two of them are getting along. Horse Ivy thought of Brighton on the last patrol and brought an herb back with them. Is this the deputy medicine cat romance going on? Apparently, Deer Pelt and Wigglebutt Spots both don't particularly like Petalspec. Oh dear. And Olive Clover is swapping favorite prey with Rubbleheart. Okay. I think that there's been more positive stuff lately, in my opinion. It could be that they've added more positive stuff so it skews more towards positive, or maybe there's other... I don't know. I'm not quite sure how it works, I'm gonna be completely honest. I haven't really looked at much of the code stuff in a long while. I know that they've added a bunch of new people working on the game that are working on specific stuff, like writing. And I'm really impressed with what they're coming up with, honestly. If you take a look at the ClanGen Discord, they've got all kinds of updates and stuff there that you can look at. A lot of people keep asking me about stuff. Honestly, I'm just playing the game. I don't know a lot of the technical ins and outs. If you need help, ask on the tech support part of the ClanGen Discord, because they know more. Fierce Star is thinking about how awful kitty pet food must taste. I mean, I completely understand. My cats get very particular about which foods I get for them. Horse Ivy's daydreaming about how much there must be to see out there in the world. Also, I completely understand, because with your broken back for 5 moons now, I don't think you're getting out of the medicine den very much. Wait, didn't you... Hang on, it said that you picked up an herb for Brightnut. How did you do that from the... I'm not gonna question it. Maybe Brightnut dropped an herb and you picked it up for them and... I don't know. Brightnut is feeling quite lazy. Swallowpaw has been training very hard recently. Good for you, Swallowpaw. Cliff Cry is exhausted from yesterday's patrol. I mean, you only have a couple more moons. Oh wait, you're 6, so you don't have to patrol, I don't think. Yeah, with a running nose, I don't think you have to patrol. Soft Heart wants to go on a hunting patrol. I could probably arrange that. Wigglebutt Spots is a little exhausted from how many cats come to them for things. Oh? And Petal Speck is rethinking their life choices. Oh, Petal Speck. Sweetie. Anyways. Swallow Paw. Oh, I guess Cliffcry can go on patrol with you, I suppose. Well, I mean, sure, we'll go ahead and do a training patrol with you, though. And you know what, Petal Speck might as well come along, because I need her to do something kind of gentle and easy, so she doesn't overexert herself, being pregnant and all. Your patrol has a disagreement, and look to Cliffcry to settle the dispute. Cliffcry manages to skillfully smooth over any disagreement. Good for you, Cliffcry. Okay, Deer Pelt and Soft Heart. Okay, Soft Heart, it said when to go on a hunting patrol, so I'm gonna remember that. You two, let's go. The patrol approaches a two-leg nest in the woods while hunting. Okay. Well, I mean, Deer Pelt is extremely smart, so we could potentially, like, avoid being spotted. And Soft Heart's a great fighter, so if something comes up, we could fight our way out. I kind of want to... We could also antagonize. What would antagonizing do against a two-leg nest? I'm kind of curious. But I don't think that these two are the type who would antagonize a two-leg nest. So I'm gonna hit proceed. The patrol has a successful hunt, avoiding any two legs. Okay, good for you. Let's see, Pear Runner and Wigglebutt Spots. Sure, I'm gonna send them on the border patrol. While on patrol, Pear Runner notices some suspicious paw prints in the mud beneath the canopy. Oh boy, is this gonna be another rogue coming to knock us out? Oh, yep. Yeah. Happened again. Pear Runner got a torn pelt. Poor Pear Runner. And finally, doing some herb gathering, we have Bright Nut and Fierce Star. As Bright Nut pads through Thornclan territory with their entourage, they feel a presence join them. Bright Nut softly alerts the rest of the patrol of their visitor. With respectful nods, the patrol pauses, tucks their paws together neatly, and sits to converse with the StarClan cat. And we gathered some cobwebs! Okay, good for us. And now for the final moon of this particular episode. Petal Speck thinks that they will have 2 kits. Okay. Cliffcry no longer has a running nose. Pear Runner's pelt is no longer torn. Rubbleheart's infection is gone, and Mangled Tail has healed so well you can't even see it. Briarwing has gotten a running nose, but Briarwing's wound has healed well. Okay. Swallowpaw trips over an unseen rabbit hole, spraining their paw, but Olive Clover has recovered from their sprain. It's like every time a cat leaves the medicine den, somebody else enters it. What does Rubbleheart tail look like? I can't see Rubbleheart's tail. But he had a nightmare involving the rushing river nearby. Oh, poor Rubbleheart. Cliffcry bickered about something trivial with Soft Heart, of course. Soft Heart thanks Bright Nut for checking when they ask if they're feeling alright. I thought that you two didn't get along. Aw. Pear Runner is sharing the latest gossip they heard over the border with Cliffcry. Okay. Fierce Star stands tall when Rubbleheart walks by. What does that mean? Horse Ivy is giving Soft Heart a task. At least Horse Ivy is still able to, like, assign cats to different tasks from the medicine den. Wigglebutt Spots calls to Deer Pelt to catch them a fat mouse on their next hunting patrol. Okay. And Olive Clover reminds Horse Ivy to grab something from the fresh kill pile if they haven't already. Alrighty then. So, Fierce Star is currently craving the taste of mouse. I'm sure we could probably catch mouse, but you're also sick. Running nose, that's right. Horse Ivy still has a broken back, but tries to set a good example for the younger cats. Bright Nut is craving the taste of shrew. Cliffcry is guarding the camp entrance, wanting to make sure things are very safe for the kids there on the way. Deer Pelt wonders if StarClan can even hear them. Aw, Deer Pelt. Soft Heart wants to go on another hunting patrol. I think Soft Heart just really enjoys hunting. That's good. Olive Clover plans to visit the medicine cat. Olive Clover, I can't handle another sick cat. Didn't you just get out of the medicine den too? Olive Clover, please. And Briarwing purrs all night, so full of love for their fellow warriors. Oh my gosh, that is so sweet. I love you, Briarwing. Also, some people are pointing out in the comments that Briarwing is just the cat that gets injured and sick the most. Is Briarwing ever gonna, like, be okay? Just... Briarwing, are you okay? And looks like our apprentice can't come along on any patrols, so let's go ahead and just send 2 cats at a time, or, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna send 2 cats at a time, I think. So Deer Pelt and Fierce Star. Alright, we'll go ahead and send them on a random patrol type. The patrol comes across a strange two-legs object smelling slightly of smoke and prey. Intriguing, but also sort of terrifying. Don't the two-legs know the danger of fire? We could, let's see, one of our cats is extremely smart, the other is confident. I think that we could probably handle this, whatever it is. The patrol interprets the purpose of the object. It seems like two legs light their fresh kill on fire before eating it. How strange. Yes, how strange indeed. Let's see, next patrol, Petal Speck and Briarwing. Okay, let's see how this one goes. Your patrol catches the scent of a fox, but is it red or gray? I did hear that they're starting to do stuff with different types of foxes. I don't know what the different fox patrols are supposed to be, but we do have a great fighter at least. But I'm also a little concerned because if different types of foxes are supposed to be more aggressive, then we'll see how this goes. Proceed. The mother red fox snapping jaws leave Petal Speck dripping blood onto the leaf litters. Oh, I should have had, if it was Petal Speck, I should have just had her, on a training patrol. I should have been more careful. Why wasn't I thinking about that? I really hope that hasn't, canceled her expecting kits. I really hope that hasn't canceled her expecting kits. That might have been a bad call on my part, and I'm so upset. Why did I do that? I could call it as her trying to, I could say that she insisted on it, trying to be she doesn't need to be cuddled, she's pregnant, but that doesn't mean she needs to sit back and do nothing type. That's the type of cat I've kind of imagined her being, kind of trying to prove herself. But I am mad at myself right now. I am so sorry, guys. I don't know if I've screwed things up. Let's see, Olive Clover and Pear Runner. I'm gonna just send you guys on a random patrol. Let's see what happens. Your patrol comes across a large rat. The rat rears up and hisses at Pear Runner, but while it's distracted, Olive Clover takes it out with a quick strike. That's new, okay. Bright Nut and Wigglebutt Spots, let's go. As Bright Nut pads through Thornclan territory with their entourage, they feel a presence join them. The connection wavers, and as quickly as the feeling of company appears, it vanishes. Dang it. And finally, Soft Heart and Cliff Cry. I know Soft Heart wanted to go hunting, so let's do a hunting patrol. Your patrol comes across a vole nibbling at a seed. Cliff Cry drops into a crouch and begins to stalk forward. They're preparing to pounce when their paw lightly brushes a twig and the vole immediately takes off. They give chase, but the critter disappears into a burrow. Mouse dung. Oh boy. We really didn't have good luck towards this end, did we? I don't know what that means for the clan right now. At the very least, it looks like Fearstar is finally getting along with the other cats. You're getting along more with Cliff Cry. You've got platonic love for Briarwing. That's sweet. And you're getting along a bit with Deerpelt and Wigglebutt Spots. That's good. Horse Ivy, your romance with Bright Nut is going up a little bit. You also get along pretty well with Cliff Cry these days. And Wigglebutt Spots, I think you're getting along with a bit too. Bright Nut gets along with Cliff Cry. Not so much with Soft Heart. A little bit with Pear Runner. Pretty well with Petal Speck. I can't tell if this is neutral or positive with Briarwing here. And you still got that little bit of romance with Horse Ivy. You've also got romance with Deerpelt, which surprises me, honestly. But then you don't like Wigglebutt Spots, Swallowpaw, or Olive Clover. Cliff Cry, you've got you're pretty close with Soft Heart right now, pretty close with Bright Nut right now. Pear Runner, Petal Speck, you are totally in love with. Rubble Heart, you've got a tiny bit of romantic like still. A lot of you guys were saying that you kind of like the idea of Cliff Cry, Petal Speck, and Rubble Heart being a polycule. I like that too, honestly. I like to think of that. Apparently it's not possible in the game to actually have that happen, but personally, I'm gonna say that at the very least, there is they are expressing mutual interest in Rubble Heart, and if that romance goes up a bit, then they're discussing and trying to make it work, is what I'm gonna say. And then you're also getting along with your apprentice. That's good, but you don't like Wigglebutt Spots? Come on. Petal Speck is getting along pretty well with most of the cats in the clan now. You've also got that romance with, like, romantic like of Rebel Heart and platonic love for Rebel Heart as well. Getting along more with Fierce Star. I think that in the past, didn't you have some, like, pretty serious dislike for some of the cats? I don't see any of that now. Interesting. Wigglebutt Spots gets along pretty well with Horse Ivy, has a little bit of romantic like of Fierce Star still. I'm gonna try and, like, I should start sending these two on patrols on their own, see what happens. And then you're kind of neutral across the board of other cats. Olive Clover does not like Bright Nut. Get along with Pear Runner decently. Get along with Briarwing. No, you don't. It's more dislike than platonic like. Oh well. And you don't like Fierce Star. Okay, sure. Soft Heart. All over the board as usual. But I think your platonic like is starting to overtake your dislike of most of the cats. You get along pretty well with Pear Runner. That's good. Get along with Petal Speck. That's good. Starting to get along with Horse Ivy, it looks like. Getting along a bit better with Fierce Star. Getting along with Rebel Heart a bit. I'm seeing, like, some positivity starting to go up. You know, that's good for you, Soft Heart. And then you're also starting to get a little bit of, like, comfort and trust of Deer Pelt and Wigglebutt Spots. So you know what? That's good. That's good. Pear Runner just generally gets along with a lot of the cats. Not so much with Fierce Star, though. Huh. Also don't particularly like Briarwing. It's kind of neutral on Briarwing, honestly. It's interesting. You don't like Fierce Star, but you respect her. So that is interesting. And then you get along with Swallowpaw. Okay. Briarwing, kind of neutral, but you're comfortable on Cliffcry. Soft Heart, you get along with okay-ish. Bright Nut, you seem to mostly like, but kind of dislike at the same time. Fierce Star, you really like them. Okay. And then you kind of don't like Olive Clover. You know what? Fair enough. Deer Pelt, pretty neutral all across the board. Don't see anything that particularly stands out to me here. Swallowpaw really gets along with Pear Runner. Kind of gets along with Cliffcry. Kind of gets along with Fierce Star. Everything else is pretty neutral, but you don't like the Medicine Cat. And Rebel Heart. Got that romantic like of Cliffcry going there. You don't reciprocate it for a Petal Speck, though. I'm kind of sad about that. I would have loved to see the Polykill going. We also get along really well with Pear Runner and Briarwing. And other cats are kind of neutral on. Deer Pelt, you just got a tiny bit of dislike for. But yeah, I think that covers what's going on in the clan this episode. I am really worried about what might have happened with Petal Speck. I am so worried about that. I really hope that Petal Speck's injury does not cancel out the kids. I am so scared about that. But I guess next episode we're going to see what's going to happen with Petal Speck's kits. I'm like so tempted to go ahead and click Next Moon and just like see for myself what happens. I'm gonna try and restrain myself from doing that behind the scenes. I'm so scared for that. Like, genuinely. But I can spin it narratively, but that doesn't change the fact that I clicked what I shouldn't have. I am just gonna beat myself up for a little bit, but for now, I'm gonna wrap things up so I can go ahead and scream into a pillow. So guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. If you enjoyed, or you want to scream at me in the comment section, please go ahead, hit the like button, and comment down below. Scream at me about me sending Petal Speck on patrol, or anything that you enjoyed about the video aside from that. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Subscribing is completely free, and you can always unsubscribe at any time, but subscribing does really help out the channel. So again, guys, thank you all so much, and I will see you in the future. Stay safe out there, everybody.